All right, in the seminar, which I hope you took or will take, we taught a bit about using control points, sometimes called pressure points, to help people to relinquish their hold on your clothing or your body or your hair, whatever it may be. Control point is simply a point that if we press in firmly, it's going to cause immediate, quick pain, not hurting them, but causing them to let go. Okay. One control point we sometimes use when we're facing someone, especially as Nick steps in here, is what we call the trachea control point in this little notch here in the clavicle, just above the sternum. So we'll be using at least 3 fingers if possible to move into this little notch here, and we're going to be wiggling our way in and pushing in like this. Okay? It doesn't cut off the air supply. It just has a real shock effect, and there's nothing in there in this notch that you can hurt. It's just pressing into a cavity there from the trachea and causing them to flinch and move away. Okay? So if someone has grabbed my clothing, for example, and I can't get away, I might use this trachea move to do that. And he's going to let go because it's going to freak him out. It does it every time. Okay. So now I've shown you how to use the trachea. I'll be going through a few of these and hopefully not pushing Nick too many times. Okay. So one is, now these are always scenarios where you can't get away. And let me say just one thing about a clothing grab. If you're wearing a nurse's uniform, this sort of thing, not so much. But a nurse's uniform with maybe, strong cotton, steel threads running through it, it's made not to rip and to wash 1,000 times. So it's easy to grab a nurse's or doctor's uniform or smock and move people around the room because it's a very, very strong cloth, okay, unlike this. So when someone does grab your clothing, it's hard to get away because a clothing grab, if I take the clothing away, looks like this. It's a fist. It's the strongest muscular contraction that a human being can make. It's that death grip, okay? Unlike, as I showed you before, the wrist grab, where the wrist is so big or the arm's so big that if I take it away, it looks like this. So I haven't got great control here. This is great control. So once someone has grabbed your hair like this, your clothing like this, okay, or even one of your fingers or whatever, really tightly here, it's very hard to get away without having something rip or tear out hair or whatever. So you want to have them open their hand on their own, okay? One way is to use a control point, okay? So again, if he's grabbed my clothing very tightly, I can't get away. I may move in, use a trachea control. He'll let go, or she'll let go, whoever it is. Okay. If it's a higher grab, like to the head, like this, I can move in and use the underarm controls here. Yeah, and there are a couple of spots right under the arm you can use to push them off, or back to the trachea. Another spot with the hands up high is going to be the carotid artery. Okay, so just pushing into the carotid artery here, again, not hammering or poking or chopping. Be careful if you have fingernails. Okay, you want to use the pads of your fingers, and they will grab there. So again, grabbing here, carotid artery. He's probably going to let go pretty quickly because that hurts. Okay. Another thing for a lower grab is actually in the clavicle here. Okay, just inside the collarbone, right in here is a great spot. Again, we always go toward the spine. Okay, we always go toward the spine, not away. So I'll be going in toward the spine here, like this, and downward. Same with the carotid artery. I'm going to be heading toward the spinal column, okay, and not to the side. The clavicle move here is just straight in, okay? So there are a lot of other spots in the body, but those are the most easily gotten to. For example, if we have a hair grab from behind, I can drop into the trachea here, get him off me. Okay? Hair from behind, I can drop and go right under the armpit and get him off me. Because he has to let go of my hair. If he keeps hold of it, he's going to pull out some of my hair, and we're into a fight situation. Okay? And we do not want that. So, same if you're just grabbing the shoulders from behind, I can make a turn, trachea, out, or I can go to some of the other spots here. If they're grabbing from the front, again, I can go into these movements here. Inside is better, right up here. Okay, and they will let go. But we'll practice these in the workshop quite a bit. Something you need to work on at home or at work with your team or with a partner, and to be careful how you use it and not harm other people. It causes immediate pain and distress, which goes away almost immediately. You're not hurting them. Okay?